Hi guys, I am Said Mabre and I'm going to talk about reality, and it is going to be my fourth video about reality. And today I'm going to talk or tell you my view about uh, human laws, culture, and natural laws. So, human laws are laws developed to govern social interaction and human behavior. They are developed at a time when people think it is important to have rules to be governed with. So those rules always favor people which are in power, or groups which are in power. And it is going to be some kind of restrictions on the majority or the mass. By the way, they are not true. The reality is they are used to control people, to get advantage on something material or psychological or maybe social. So human made laws, in other words, means sometimes they are good because they can help to control extreme, unnecessary, and hurtful behaviors, actions by somebody, but most of the time make you uncomfortable and restrict the way you are going to express yourself in the universe. And they can be developed from culture, or culture may arise from these rules after a long period of time, actually. So culture basically is an unwritten rule. Okay, it is one of the human-made rules, but unwritten. Okay, it is unwritten and it is usually based on norm. The norm that the mass believes in. Like, if the man thinks that is an action or a behavior is wrong or bad or unnecessary to express, especially in public, then based on that it is going to be a rule. For example, in our case in Ethiopia, if you are going to eat walking, elders are going to just recommend you or comment on your action and say, okay, this is not good, like that. But if you pass urine somewhere on the side of the road, no one comments, and if they comment, actually, they will get a bad reaction from the one doing the action. Okay, so some norms, cultural rules are not good, but most of them are good because they help to integrate the people. Okay, they will help individuals to be integrated, to act in the right way, possibly, though there is no one to watch. So human rules Actually, I don't want to be governed with human rules because most of the time they are illusions. They come from some kind of interest, and they always makes people feel uncomfortable and limited. Okay, you are going to be limited. You can't show your potential, or you can't say what you want, you think is true. You can't comment on some people who you think they are maybe the figures in the culture or in the rule. So they make mistakes, big mistakes, okay, big mistakes. And sometimes you lose your freedom. You lose your freedom because of the human rules and cultures. Culture is going to make you lose your freedom. Freedom of life, freedom of expression. Expression basically not vocal, but just to show, to be yourself, okay? Because of this, human rules have their own impact on human life, and always they create separation between groups. It favors some group and it is going to be a restriction for others, because if you violate the rule, you are going to get punished. You will be penalized. When you come to natural laws, we just don't remember them because they are natural and they always exist. May not be simple to express, but I can start with how we influence everything around us naturally. Starting from our body. If we think some thought, actually repeatedly coming thoughts to our minds, negative, let me say, negative or not useful thoughts, better to say. First and foremost, the influence is going to be visible on your physical body, your physical structure, how you stand, your face, the skin, your skin, the way you look, all is going to be deformed, and you feel uncomfortable, and people around you may even see the effect. So the thoughts are going to affect even physical things around you. Sometimes your lock may be unable to be open. The lock on the door, for example. You may miss something around, but it is somewhere on open plane, maybe on the table, but you may miss it for some time. And when you ignore it, when you forget finding it, you will see it, it was there. And you will be surprised with that. But still, it was affected with your thinking. People around you may be experiencing some kind of behavior because of how you think. Because thoughts are energy and they are going to emanate from your brain, mind to the surroundings. So people are going to catch them in the air and they are going to feel some kind of emotions, and they will act a behavior based on your thinking. So this is a law. How you think affects your body and the environment around you, the surrounding. And this is a law, natural law. Another example, we can take a physical law of gravitation. Law of gravitation basically tells you that two masses in the universe attract each other. Okay, there is attraction. The bigger is going to have a strong, the same attraction we can see, but the bigger may not be affected, and the smaller is going to move towards the bigger. Like objects thrown up from the ground fall back to the ground. They are fair because they are natural. If you throw a bad man, from the edge of, let me say, a hill, a cliff, or a building, he or she falls to the ground and get hurt, maybe die. Bring a good man, innocent man, a man everybody loves and tries to get to be around him or around her, a woman. If you do the same, practically you will get the same result. No excuse. Okay, the law may not say, oh, this is a good man. No, this is a bad man. No, they all are the same because it works based on their mass. Okay, the thinking as well is the same. As far as you think bad, you experience a kind of discomfort, sickness. Whether you are an engineer, a medical doctor, a farmer, whatsoever, when you think bad, your body is going to shrink and your energy is going to be imbalanced. When you think good and positive, when you are optimist, usually the body relaxes. Okay? The body relaxes. And what you think is going to be intensely with focus and attention. It is going to bring similar kinds. If it is positive, it brings positive, always. If you feel good for others, it is true that they feel good about you, definitely. And that's why when we see for the first time other strangers, we are going to feel different based on how they think, maybe, and based on how we think, actually, based on with the structure we look. So it goes on like that. So thinking has its own influence on how we feel and our body structure looks like. Okay, so think positive. Okay, always try to think positive. Adjust your thinking. Try to make positive thinking. Try to make shift from any kind of thinking to positive thinking and fear nothing. Okay, nothing is to be afraid of. Thank you very much. Enjoy watching. Subscribe if you want. Like, comment. Thank you. Bye.